This is your friendly nurse and health coach, and I'm coming to you today on 10 cons of tart cherry. Tart cherry is very potent cherry, and it is a fruit. It's grown mostly in the United States, Michigan, all over the United States. And the first con of tart cherry is in high doses. It's the only cons in the high doses. Taking over 16-ounce glasses or over 2 ounces of cherry itself, tart cherry itself. So the first thing to do, it may damage your kidneys in high doses, because sugar in high doses will ruin your walls and your blood vessels in your kidneys and clog them all up, so the blood cannot flow through your kidneys like it needs to flow through your kidneys. So therefore it'll throw out a protein that we call albumin, and albumin will overspill in your urine and cause some major problems in your kidneys and in your body. So you gotta be disciplined in how many doses and cherries except you take, or how much juice you take. It comes in the juices and the cherry, tart cherry. Number 2 con of tart cherry is it'll have you frequent diarrhea or constipation because of the doses of sugar, alcohol that's in the liver, in the tart cherry. So you got to be careful with the amount of tart cherry at a time that you take. You shouldn't take but 2 ounces of the cherries itself a day. A 16-ounce glass and less a day of the juice. Number 3 con of tart cherry is freaking bloating in your stomach and gas. You get a lot of bloating and gas in your stomach all the time. That's what it make you feel like when you overtake the amount of tart cherry that is required every day to help your body do what it needs to do. You take over 16 ounces in the juice, 2 ounces in the cherry itself, you're gonna get these results of cons in your body. The 4th con of tart cherry is you got to be cautious if you got Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease is a disease they really don't know. It's an autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease is when your immune system affects your healthy cells in your body. So they really don't know why Crohn's disease occurs, and it occurs in over 3 million people just in the United States a year. Crohn's disease is a very bad condition to be in, because people don't quite live as long with Crohn's disease as they usually would do without it. And so they really don't know what starts it or why people have Crohn's disease. It seems to be hereditary. If your siblings or your parents had Crohn's disease, it have a tendency to go to the family like that. Crohn's disease attacks the digestive tract. Have you a lot of abdominal pain, a lot of discomfort, a lot of diarrhea, all the time, got freaking stews. And it have a tendency also to be among people that smoke a lot. The number 1 causes they seeing is that high smoking people that smokes a lot of packs of cigarettes a day will most likely get the Crohn's disease, they said. So Crohn's disease is a very irritating disease and a very embarrassing disease, and therefore it causes a lot of people not to go too far away from their house, because they're scared they're going to have a lot of diarrhea and uncontrollable bowel movements. So Crohn's disease can be very irritating So that's why you don't need to take over the amount of dose of this tart cherry that is recommended a day. The juice or the cherry, which one you want to consume. That's the fourth con of tart cherry. And with the Crohn's disease, whether you know you got it or not, you may have also all of a sudden start losing a lot of weight, and without no reason to. You're not trying to lose the weight. You may need to go and get checked out for Crohn's disease. Or you're having a lot of diarrheal stews, frequent diarrheal stews every day, and there's no reason why. And if you take a lot of antibiotics too, that will, you can end up with Crohn's disease. They'll find that out too. And so the smoking have a lot to do with it. The lifestyle itself have a lot to do with Crohn's disease. So people that live in a lifestyle and not even thinking about themselves and just damaging their body with different chemicals, and smoking is number one, the nicotine. Those are the kinds that seem to have Crohn's disease attack their families. So you got to be careful with that. Number 5 pro of con of tart cherry is weight loss. Weight loss. And why is there a weight loss? Because you may begin to lose your appetite if you take over the amount of tart cherry that's recommended. When you lose your appetite, you're not going to be eating, so therefore you're going to lose weight. Why are you going to lose the appetite? Because of the high sugar alcohol contents in tart cherry. The sugar alcohol is a substance that in sugar. It's not as sweet as sugar, but it's in sugar. But it can be damaging to your body when it's too much. Remember I told you before, discipline is the name of the game to everything. When you overindulge in anything, you can cause some major problems that you're not looking for. It can be a retro effect of the herb or fruit or vegetable, whatever that you looking to do to your body, and you may have the retro effect of it. So excessive weight loss. That's number 5 con of tart cherry. Number 6 con of tart cherry. It will interfere with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Because of diabetes, you got to control your sugar level. So you can't overindulge. Not over 16 ounces in the liquid tart cherry, and not over 2 ounces a day in the tart cherry itself, berries, because it will cause your sugar level to increase. And sometimes it'll cause a retro effect on it, and you don't want that in the type 1 diabetes. So you got to watch the high sugar content level of tart cherry. Tart cherry is not as sweet as some juices are, but it have got high sugar level content in it. Number 7 con of tart cherry, you may have difficult sleeping with high doses of it. And all these cons are with high doses, more than the doses that I'm telling you to take of tart cherry. You have problems sleeping, and sometimes if you eat a lot of sugar and all, and you will be restless. A lot of people can't sleep at night, and they wonder why, because they're snacking on these sugar and high carbohydrate, a lot of starches too late at night before you go to bed, and that's gonna make you restless. because sugar will make you restless, because it's going to give you a bit more energy, and you're going to be with that restlessness. Number 8, calm, is nervousness. It's gonna, when you're restless, you're gonna be nervous. So you're gonna be uneasy. You ever ate a lot of sugar and like, oh gosh, why did I do that? I feel restless, and you start stretching your arms and you start stretching your legs and have to walk around a lot. No, that sugar content in your body don't know what to do, because of you got overloading your kidneys, you're overloading your pancreas, and it can't quite secrete the insulin needed. That's the hormones in the pancreas, the insulin needed for your body to compensate for the sugar level and how much sugar contents that you have taken into your body. And that's why a lot of people become diabetes, because they taking too much sugar and too much starch and too much carbohydrates. I gotta say that, because a lot of people go to the store and they look at the contents and let me see how much sugar in here, and don't even think about looking at the carbohydrates. Come on now, because the carbohydrates is just sugar as the sugar contents. And look at the white enrich. You got to know how to read your contents on your ingredients, on your packages, your meats, your whatever you're buying at the store. So you got to be very careful with that. Now, one time I didn't realize I had ate a lot of sugar, and I was just like restless. I was scratching my arm, scratching my this, and I ate a lot of fruits, and I had ate a lot of fruit that had a little higher sugar level than it should have been, and I really didn't recognize it right away. And then I lied down that night, and I couldn't rest. I was tossing and turning, and I'm like, what did I eat today? Then I thought back like, oh my goodness, I did eat some this and some of that. And I said, oh yes, it have got a lot of sugar in it. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute here. And so I got up and drank some lemon water. Put some lemon juice in some water, and that helped me a lot. And it is recommended now to eat before you go to bed at night, to put some lemon juice in some water, or some lemon in some water, and drink some lemon water before you go to bed at night. And then when you wake up in the morning, drink some lemon water. It'll help your digestive tract of that sugar, and it'll help your pancreas secrete the insulin that it needed. It really will. And I know somebody that's a diabetic, and they said they does that, and they sugar level came down some. So that may be something that you can look into, taking your TART CHERRY diabetes. Having diabetes, you can drink some little lemon water along with it. They help you with it, because TART CHERRY does have a lot of benefits to it. So we are on the 9th con of TART CHERRY. The 9th con of TART CHERRY is it interferes with blood thinners. So you need to consult your doctor first before you take TART CHERRY. You are diabetic, you got any bleeding problems, any kidney problems, any transplants, always consult your doctor first. I know you can TART CHERRY is something you can get right out the stove. It's a juice and it's cherries, but it have these cons there. So you need to consult your doctor first. You got any major problems. It will decrease blood pressure now. Definitely will decrease blood pressure. It's good for people with high blood pressure. But consult the doctor, because if you got that bleeding problem, because it does a retro effect on the blood thinners and messing with that blood thinning medication. So you got to be very cautious about that. That's why somebody with aspirin and ibuprofen and all that, them blood thinners and Coumadin and stuff like that, you got to be very careful when you take stuff that may be in. Always look at the interaction part of anything that you got a major problem going on in your body already, autoimmune system diseases and stuff like that. So the 10th con of tart cherry is excessive hungriness. You may be hungry a lot. Feel like you hadn't eaten enough. That's the retro sugar effect of that tart cherry. That means you drank too much of the juice. Drank over 16 ounces of the juice a day, or took over the 2 ounces of tart cherries itself a day. So you getting that effect of, oh, I'm hungry, and instead of losing weight, you're gonna gain more weight. You start eating more. Especially it may give you a craving. Sometimes sugar have a tendency to give you a craving for the wrong thing to eat. You start eating more starches, bread, white rice, white potatoes, stuff that's gonna really, make you bloated and gassy. So that's the con of tart cherry. 10 cons. We want you to like, subscribe, put that notification button on, and share your video. And we will come in with healthy tips for your overall health every week. You live a healthy and long life. We love you.